Hello everybody, and thank you for coming back. Take another look at my videos here. Today we're going to go through a squat workout. Since I decided not to go through with my powerlifting meet, I decided I wanted to go ahead and run my program one more time through, just to see if it's maybe something I'm doing diet-wise that's not letting me add the weight on that I need to add. This first exercise you're seeing is squat again. It is a general low bar squat. I did 5 sets of 10 today. The last set I do 11. It's an AMRAP set, 3 shy of failure, so I went ahead and went 3 shy of failure. As you notice, my wife Crystal is with me today. I helped her max out today. That way I can start writing her program and seeing what we can do with her strength and conditioning. As you can tell, I am wearing the knee sleeves again. This is going to help you with compression. Make sure your knees don't just pop out of socket. Keeping your knees warm. Got to protect yourself, guys. Of course, the first set I did not wear a belt. I wanted to get that work in without the belt on. Once I started feeling the weight move, I decided I need to go ahead and brace into this thing a little bit more, so I could get these things pumped out a little bit easier. Again, this is my second set. Everything's looking pretty good, looking pretty smooth. I don't really have any concerns with my form today. I actually think it went pretty well. One thing I do want to try to do is get a little bit lower in my squat depth, just to make sure that I'm hitting that depth. But everything looks pretty good. I think most of these would have come out to be would have been a good squat. Some of them might not have been, but most of them were. As you can see, these AMRAPs, or these sets of 10, these are killer, guys. With this amount of weight, which is 205, this is over my body weight. It is a killer. Bracing and going through this, it kills your breath. What I mean by bracing is I am always trying to push my belly out of my belt, trying to break the belt buckle. That way I actually have some tightness in my core. That way I stay upright a little bit. One thing you'll also notice, guys, is that you don't see that bar travel a whole lot. It's staying towards the middle of my foot, up and down straight. There's some movement, a little bit of movement, but a little bit of movement's okay. But you want to keep it as straight as you possibly can. One thing I do want to concentrate on this next few weeks while running the program, I do want to concentrate on trying to go out. Whenever I'm doing my step out, I need to take 3 steps and be more efficient with it. I do okay with taking the 3 steps, but I feel like I could be more direct with them. Instead of being as sloppy as I am with this weight and being as quick, I need to make sure I'm setting up correctly and going through the motions correctly, instead of just winging it and going after it as quickly as I possibly can. I feel like the video that I just added up a couple of days ago with the shortness of it, I believe that's probably the way I'm going to go from now on. Try to cut these down to my working sets, and then I'll show you the other exercises that I do again after actual working sets, what I'm moving for the day. I believe this is my second to last or next to last set. Again, everything looks pretty good. At this point, guys, I am completely out of breath. I am tired. I am ready to be done, but I needed to get extra work in. I believe this is my last set here. I do get 11. I maybe could have done one more, but I wanted to make sure that I could get this thing up. I didn't have any safety bars, which is my fault. But I don't know where they went here at this gym. They usually have the safety bars available, but I don't know if somebody broke them or if they took them away, what happened with them. Just not sure. Need to ask, that way I can get them back. That way I can use them and use them effectively. That was one thing that saved me last time I did squats, for those safety bars. So I do appreciate when they're there. I do apologize. You'll see my wife's butt a couple times on this video. That is going to be something that you'll see quite a bit. She steps in frame a couple of times, but it's not that big of a deal, guys. This right here, this is going to be some Romanian deadlifts. So what Romanian deadlifts are, you pick it up from the floor and start from the top. You try to stick your butt back as far as you possibly can, and that works on your hamstrings and your lower back. I believe I shot 2 sets here, that way you can actually get a good view of it. Not exactly of my butt, but actually at the work. And what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to keep a little bend in my knees and try to stick my butt back as much as I possibly can. This is a really good exercise for your hamstrings and your lower back. It's pretty much a good morning just standing up. The weight I'm using here is 185 pounds. Don't know if I could have gone any heavier today. I was pretty exhausted after the squats. Another thing you need to watch out for on these things, guys, is make sure you keep this in as close as you possibly can to your body. If you keep it forward, you're going to fall forward. Next, you're going to see a set of some leg presses. I believe I shot my first AMRAP set here. It was 3 plates on each side. I think I did 15 reps. The next set, you're going to see me do, I believe, 5 at 5 plates. By the time I worked myself up to the 5 plates, I was pretty exhausted and I didn't have any more to give for the leg press. You're not going to see me stretch out as much today because I did do a lot of stretching in between sets. I don't feel like I needed to show that again. It's just not something I wanted to show. Here's my set of 5 with 5 plates on each side. This moves pretty slow, but again, I am exhausted at this point, and I was ready to go home, but I needed to do some calves and some extra quad work today. The next exercise you're going to see is you're going to see some quads. Some calves. There's not a whole lot to say about those. It's pretty straightforward. Not a whole lot explanation to go on with those. The one thing I will say is that you need to make sure to have full contraction at the top and full extension at the bottom. That's the only way you get any kind of work in on your calves. If you do halfway, it just does not work. The set that you're seeing here, I believe, is at 240 pounds, and then I believe I drop it down to a lighter weight. The lighter weight, I think I dropped down to 185, I believe, to get a little bit extra work in. So it was a pretty good workout today. I was pretty proud of myself getting through this. I do not like doing higher rep work. It hurts. Higher rep work, breathing and bracing for that long takes a lot out of you. I was telling my wife while we were working out today that it was my conditioning. That's what I do for my conditioning, is high rep work. Just because it just takes so much out of you. It gets your heart pumping, it gets your blood flowing, everything else like that. So it was just one thing that I just need to work on, is my general conditioning. I might start throwing some jogging in, maybe some walking right before I start. Next set you're going to see is some quad extensions here. I believe I showed 2 sets of these, guys. Not much to say right here. This is just me burning myself out, going through, making sure I get full extension, contracting at the bottom. Same as last week, not a whole lot to see here. I'm not going to really change a whole lot up with these. The next set, you'll see me go a little bit higher in weight. And then you'll see at the very end even higher weight. I believe I got up to 185 pound quad extensions on today. It was a lot at the end, but I only did 5 reps at the end. I didn't want to do any more because I felt like my legs were starting to cramp and I wanted to get out of there. Wanted to thank everybody for coming in. Music has stopped at this point. Please follow, like, and subscribe. Again, if you feel the need to do so, my links down at the bottom with Strength Shop USA and Amazon are down at the bottom. If you choose to buy anything, I do get a cut of that. If you don't, no problem, but I will not post anything that I do not recommend. If you have any questions, if you have any suggestions, anything that you want me to cover, anything you want to see, go ahead and shoot me a message and I'll try to cover it as much as I possibly can. Have a great day, guys, and thank you for watching.